let's talk about, we think, the main event of night number 1 of SummerSlam this year. Cody Rhodes chasing his 4th WWE Championship against his brother, or not brother, as he says, the current undisputed champion, CM Punk, who won it from Sami Zayn just a couple of weeks ago in his return in Chicago. And Andy, I said it at the top of the show, we're going to answer the biggest questions about the biggest matches. The biggest question that I have for you here, and it's the same question that we have asked before. We've seen over the last week or so the animosity that has come up, the little things getting under each other's skin, yada, yada, yada. But the question remains the same. Does one of these guys turn heel at SummerSlam?
I honestly don't see it.
Okay.
Because of the fact that Punk even said in his last promo, he's always told Cody, "I'm never going to stab you in the back. I'm always going to stab you in the front. Like you're going to see it coming."
Yep.
I don't think they're in a place where they want to turn Cody heel right now. Now maybe in the rematch, or maybe in the final match of this thing, because I do think through the progression of it, we're probably going to get 3.
Okay.
I think Cody, or Punk, one of them could easily turn heel towards that, but I don't see them doing it right now. Like, I think they want to kind of draw that out and build on it even more, coming out of this. So I think if it was the main event of the entire show, like the entire weekend, I think there's a really good chance that could happen. Because I think, if we're being real honest, this should be the main event. Like, I think this should be the final match of the entire weekend, but that's another discussion for another day. But I don't think either one of them are going to turn heel on each other right now.
I think, obviously, turning CM Punk is like turning Edge, or turning Daniel Bryan, or turning fill in the blank. You just can't do it at this stage in his career. It's just not going to have the effect that you want it to have. Even Randy Orton earlier this year, it's not going to have the effect that you want it to have. So it has to be Cody. So the question there is, Andy, is it the right time to turn Cody? You said no, not quite yet. I will push even further and say the question is CM Punk the right babyface to turn Cody Rhodes? And I think the answer there is probably no, because as popular as CM Punk is, and as much as I just sit here and said that you can't turn him heel, I'm going to talk out of the other side of my mouth and say that he's still one of the more polarizing wrestlers in all of history, and he's still not getting 100% cheers. Like, it just, because there are people that just don't like him. I'm not saying there has to be a 100% acceptance rate of the person Cody is facing, but if you wanted to put somebody in that position, you could have did John Cena last year, and that would have turned Cody Rhodes heel. I'm not trying to back up and whatever, but you see my point. Like, you need a strong babyface to turn Cody heel. The problem is Cody is that strong babyface.
Yeah, you need another Cody Rhodes for Cody to turn heel on.
Yes, you do.
For it to make the impact that it needs to make. Could he turn heel on a Punk? Absolutely. Could he turn heel on a Randy Orton? Absolutely. But I don't think it would land the same as if, the same reason why the John Cena heel turn hit so hard when he actually turned heel is because he did it in what a lot of people would say is the next John Cena. Like, the next babyface that'll never turn heel, he turned his back on him. Like, I think that's what Cody needs, is somebody like that. And to be real honest with you, I don't think there's anybody on the roster that fits that right now.
Nope.
I think there are some people that you could build up to get to that point. Like a young guy like a Javon Evans or somebody like that, like trying to take that spot, and they're the white meat babyface. They're they're good all the way to the bone. They're not going to do anything. Maybe show some sides of aggression or whatever, but they're always going to do the right thing at the end. You need somebody like that for Cody to turn on, and there's, as of right now, there's nobody on the roster unless he turns heel on like an Io Sky or somebody like that. But I really don't think they're going to do that.
I got two names that possibly could do it. LA Knight's one of them. I think if that story is told, you could do it. And the other is Danhausen. Like, I think if you continued to show Cody and Danhausen on screen together, like they've been doing at the house shows, Cody would have to obliterate Danhausen like John Cena did to him. But if he did it, that could turn Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. And then like the layup answer, because it's always going to be the case, is like if he turned on a Rey Mysterio.
Of course, yes.
Because like Ray, R-Truth, those kind of guys are, you know,
maybe Danhausen's in that category too.
Yeah, like but I think more so for Ray and for R-Truth, they're in that Randy Punk, you know, John Cena echelon of. I don't think there's anything you could really do aside from actually killing somebody on TV to turn them heel in the eyes of the fans. So I think some like a legend like that, and even like a legend that you could bring in, you know, I think that's a way that maybe you could turn Cody heel, of maybe a DDP or an Arn Anderson or, you know, somebody. Yeah, Shawn Michaels, somebody that you could bring in, even Triple H. Like there's somebody like that would work more than probably just a random turn.
Sure.
You know, against a Punk or somebody.
If you're live with us in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Continue to drop those comments and questions. Even if you're watching the replay, please make sure you do it as well. City Kitty hanging out with us, our loyal viewer. Thank you so much. Dusty's kid will prevail and come out with number 4. Well, City Kitty, I hate to tell you, there are two guys that are hosting this show right now that are going to disagree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
I'm picking CM Punk to win this one, Andy. Aren't you?
Yeah, I think both guys need to win. Like, I think both guys need Punk to win this.
Yes.
I think Cody needs, again, we need to see Cody Rhodes without the title
now. Before you continue, that's my next question. Is Cody Rhodes, we're seeing this aggressive, almost annoyed side of Cody Rhodes against CM Punk. Cody loses a championship match in a stadium and the fans cheer the other guy. So what happens to Cody? You mentioned we might get 2 or 3 matches out of this. What happens to Cody?
Honestly, like, I think the next step for him, I know it's a couple months away from now, not even a couple months. Well, kind of. I think it's really interesting to put a guy like Cody Rhodes in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Not that he's going to win it, not that he should win it. Like Cody's the one guy in the entire roster that should never win Money in the Bank as a babyface. It makes
because he can
when John Cena won it. It makes no sense for that guy to ever.
He can just say when he wants the championship and he's going to get it.
It makes no sense for that guy like that to ever win it. But for him to be in it, I think is very interesting, especially if they kind of play off of Cody's now desperate to get back in the title picture. So, like, maybe a returning Drew McIntyre, they go back into a feud. Or you can pick back up where you left off with a Sami Zayn or a Gunther or somebody like that. So, like, you can fill the next couple of months with those stories, put him in the Money in the Bank. Obviously, he's not going to win that. He's spiraling more and more. Put him in, you know, a War Games match, have him even lose there or whatever. All to build him up, because I honestly think right now, if Cody is not the champion going into the Rumble, I think there's a good chance Cody could win the Rumble for a third time.
Yeah.
So, like, I think if they want to build that story, he's got it. And coming out of my mouth is going to be wild because of all the things that I said 4 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever it is now. Cody needs to face a little bit more of adversity. I know. Not to finish the story. The story is over. Now that the story's over, Cody needs to face some more adversity to build him. I think to build him back up and to keep that freshness that he has with the fans. Because we saw what happened with John Cena. We saw what happened with Roman Reigns when they're in the title picture all the time. You hate it. But if you take him away and put him back in, you take him away and you put him back in, I think that adds even more to it. And it gives more people a chance to really run with the